Savage and Fanciak. And then for the Ballers team, we got Rapture, Distant, Tomsky, Haney, and Carl. And I think we have Haney and who else was it?
I believe it's Carl trialing.
Yeah, both them trialing from their ex-FTP lineup for the Ballers team. So going into this match already with a slight disadvantage of those two trialers there. They wouldn't have had that much time to get their strats as perfect as they would want to go into a cup of this sort, where there are 5, I think, mice on as the end prize. But hopefully that should get a few more rounds on board for Boomslave.
Gives you some incentive, surely, and as I said on this map, whether you're a mix or a team, you can always hold your own. It's so well balanced that you literally can adapt so quickly to whatever strat they're pulling against you. So with the addition of Haney and Carl, I can see Ballers going actually pretty far. I've tried for them in the past before I fully went into casting, so they're a solid core of players. You know, Distant, Rapture, and Tomsky have been together for so long that hopefully now with some real talent in there, like Carl Larkin and Haney, they can really take it that step further. Haney's phenomenal at what he does, as is Carl, but with the recent kind of troubles between Ski and all that lot, it'll be interesting to see what they can do. So we are going live, I do believe, will it be another knife for side? It must be.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think you'd prefer as a side on this map then?
Attack. 100%. If I win the knife, I want to attack. I want to get out of the way, and I want to be confident in what I'm doing. If you're against a team like Ballers, let's say I'm on Boomslave's side here, and I want to go on attack. If I pick up a good solid chunk of rounds, I'm confident that even on the stronger half, which may be defense, we're doing okay. If you pick up a couple of rounds here and there, no worries. You get them off their kind of comfortable chairs, because you know Ballers are feeling comfortable here. They're against a team they don't really know of, and they can be chilled pretty much. But if they go into on an easier side on defense and they lose a couple of rounds on attack, you're already throwing a little bit of a spanner into the works. So I'm hoping that there's something interesting coming out of this, and it does seem as though that Boomslave are on attack, so maybe they can come up with something a little bit fresh and just rattle the cages of Ballers, but who knows.
And hopefully Ballers won't get too overly confident too early in the game against an unknown team. You never know what they'll be thinking right now. Nobody seems to have heard of them. I couldn't find them on Tech9 anywhere, these Boomslave guys. And after watching them for a little bit, I haven't really been able to gauge what kind of skill they are, so it should be quite an interesting one to watch, just to see how many rounds they will get on the board, and if we can see a little surprise victory early on in this tournament.
I can only hope so. It is one of the trouble is always picking a game right at the start of the cups. You never know quite what you're going to get. You could get something completely phenomenal. Like I know Apex recently went out in a cup in the real early stages against a team that no one had heard of. And that's what I'm looking for. I like upsets, don't get me wrong. I love underdogs, I love upsets. And if a big team like Ballers fell to someone like Boomslave, bring it on, is all I'm saying. I absolutely love it. But I don't know. We can only see. I haven't heard of one of the single players here, so I'm hoping there'll be an absolute standout performer from their side. But we are just waiting on 4 to ready up, and it is from the Boomslave side. And we will be underway. But what do you expect from these guys on strike? Do you think that Boomslave will be defensive? Do you think they'll go, absolutely mental and rush the hell out of it? Or how do you think they're going to play? They're against a team like Ballers. You know the players there. Surely you can adapt a bit. What do you think we're going to see from them?
I think they'll just have to think outside the box really badly against all the players as known as the Ballers lineup that we've got at the moment. Then they really have to be able to think outside the box just to give them something that they don't expect. So I think we could see a mixture of some fast rushing and some really amazingly funny positions. Could actually get them quite a lot of rounds on board here, purely because they won't be expected, I think.
Oh, indeed, it is the element of surprise that you can't quite ever expect from teams like Boomslave. That's the problem, they could literally play it so slow. They could go for the Phantasmagoria approach and literally not leave spawn and wait for Ballers to be so frustrated they have to peek them. Or they could just go, the Italian SMG style and storm it down straight with absolutely no fear. But I'm hoping they bring something to the board. I don't want it to be a whitewash. I pray to God it is not a whitewash, because it's no fun for anyone, and But Ballers have a lot to prove now. They've got 2 players with fairly well-known names, so they could crumble under the pressure. Who knows? That's the thing. You've added 2 fairly renowned players for what they do. So hopefully we can see an interesting game. We are going live into the first round. Why don't you take us away?
I'm going to have to follow Distant now after everything you've said so far about him being a phenomenal scope. It's got to be Distant, straight out of spawn. Will go in, watch that be crossed, attempting to peek, anyone manages to spot one, will not land even a tag onto him, shooting through that smoke, and the opening frag of this game. The 2 opening frags of this game goes both Carl and Haney with those nade kills, out there early, picking up kills onto Began and Ixtram. GKA getting a return kill there with that AK-47 onto Carl. It'll now be a 4v2 as Tomsky kills Mitches with that Deagle, and then Rapture again onto GKA with that SMG. Fanciak left in a 1v4, and he's shut down pretty quickly by the Deagle of Tomsky there. 2 Deagles in 1 round, running like there's no tomorrow.
Oh, well, that's not what I quite wanted, a timeout, but, you know, maybe they need to reevaluate things after that first round. Maybe they've sat there, they've truly taken on board what just happened, and they can readapt, but I highly doubt it. But the issue being, they did go for a little bit of a split there. They looked a little bit unsure of what they were doing, and it just didn't work. They made no real push anywhere, and it was just kind of cut to pieces with the first 2 quick frags coming from the people trialing, oddly enough, which was Carl and Haney. So jumping straight back into this round, hopefully Boomslave can take what happened last round and put it to the good. So I'm going to follow Fanciak for the Boomslave guys and see what they're going to do. With scope in hand, he needs to get that initial frag to either of the bomb sites and really make it easier. It looks like they're going for more of an A push here, with one player kind of splitting towards B just to make sure he's got the back. Smoke's coming out. No one quite dying to the nades as of yet, but I spoke too soon as GKA lands the frag onto Carl with the nade. And that is exactly what they wanted at the start of the round, but now we see a bit of a calf split coming out, so Distant picks up one onto GKA and Ikstrom with a quick reply onto Tomsky. 4-on-4 situation. Fanciak just looking down that street, hoping to get a pick, but let's switch around to the guys in A for Boomslave as they've made their way to that A site and made a bit of an impact here. Bomb coming pretty much behind them, and Fanciak picks the frag onto Distant and another onto Rapture. Last man standing is, I believe, Haney, who gets dropped by Fanciak. Phenomenal round. Where did that come from? Maybe that timeout was tactical.
As soon as you turned away from him, he starts working his magic. I'm going to follow Haney out of spawn now. He is one of the trialers for the Ballers lineup at the moment, and after some of his fuck the police heritage, we'll see if he will manage to rattle the cages of the Boomslave team at all, throwing his smoke and nade out. The first tag actually going from Fanciak onto Ikstrom there with that little scope, and now we see the shots going out as Vegan picks up that first kill onto Distant. Distant nade from the grave there onto Fanciak, and Ikstrom again for the Boomslave guys onto Rapture. Those 2 SMGs doing their jobs, getting the enemy weakened and allowing the rest of the players to move into positions of where they will hope to find enemies. I'm going to move over to Tomsky now. You see 2 of the Ballers players hidden around this bins area where they should be able to meet a player who is hanging around that statue area right this second. Very slow play for these guys at Ikstrom. We'll get the most of Haney. GKA from behind to Tomsky, leaving Carl in a very sticky situation here with 4 of the Boomslave players to kill. He will meet up with GKA, manage to shut him down with that Deagle. 3 more left to find though. They are all centered around that A bomb site. Looking to take one more out with that AK before he can move up close and personal and get his spray on, as the bomb will go down, putting even more pressure on what already was a very hard situation for him then. And Ikstrom with a spot which he would not have expected there behind that bin, picking up the frag. Boomslave an advantage here.
Wow, I'm going to have to follow Ikstrom after that round, truly working mid-street, diving into A and getting exactly what he needs to be done with the SMG in hand. So they do seem to be going from that A push again that worked so well for them last round. Hopefully going for a little bit of a cap push here as Ikstrom dives around, making sure he avoids nades. No one quite dying as of yet to the spam and nades dropping on the road, so he dives across into cap. GKA kicking us up onto Rapture. Distant finally picking up a kill onto Vegan with the explosion, but it has slowed down a touch as Ikstrom is in a sticky situation in Caf here, waiting for someone to peek, and he's got one on the right side of Cap, but Fanciak picks up the frag onto Haney, who've got the advantage in Boomslave's favour. Can they capitalise on the chance he has here? And he spots a play, he's got to call it to his teammates, and hopefully GKA can react. Doesn't manage to land the frag, but Ikstrom will. Onto Tomsky there in Caf, and Ikstrom once again has absolutely dominated this A site. Spots the guy at double palms, doesn't manage to land the frag onto Distant, but is now all on Distant. These guys are truly working this A bomb site, and there we go. GKA taking it away 3-1. Boomslave.
Rattling the cages indeed. I'm gonna have
incredible.
To follow, I think Vegan for the Boomslave team. We haven't actually followed him yet, and you see the set commands going out there between the team, and it looks like we'll see the nades fire early, as I'm not sure which bomb site they're actually going to be pushing towards so far. It looks like we'll be going for a split with the bomb coming towards that A site. Mitch with the opening kill to Tomsky. 5v4 in favour of Boomslave. Like they need any more advantages at this stage. 5 versus 3 with Vegan picking up that kill there into Rapture. Spots another person there at the bins area. Ikstrom onto Carl. Ikstrom again onto Haney. Very nice play by him. Distant manages to shut down Ikstrom before falling to his grave. Another round for the Boomslave guys. We did not see this coming.
I don't know what to say anymore. What is going wrong, Ballers? I'm going to have to follow Distant here, who is top fragging for Ballers, but making no odds as Ikstrom and the lads are truly rattling the cages. But Distant does take away the first frag onto Fnatic, the enemy scope, but does manage to tag his own teammate, which could prove pivotally wrong as they're pushing down straight here and trying to cut through the Ballers' defense, and doing so pretty well as Ikstrom will take down Haney. Distant picks up another tip for tap. Ballers finally with the advantage on the scoreboard with 4 players up, and I'm following Began here who's wormed his way into that spawn house. Can he manage to find the frag? I'm going to believe it's on Distant, who's just around the corner. Yes, he... Whoa, no, he won't! Yes, he will. Thank God. That was going to be really awkward. 2-on-2. Began and Mitch left alive against Carl and Rapture. What can they do? Where is the bomb? Mitch does have it in hand towards his B site, does sneak in, but Carl's waiting with the AK in hand at the B area, spins around, gets the 2-man, 4-2. Ballers finally waking up.
I'm going to follow Carl out after that one. He was told to defend B, and he did his job absolutely perfectly, stopping those last 2 kills and getting another round on the board for the Ballers, which they really do need at this moment. Nade's going out yet again with the opening nade kill from Rapture. That will give the Ballers a little bit of an advantage, as they actually need it right now with the scoreline of 4-2 in favour of the Boomslave guys. And Mitch replying in kind with that nade back onto Rapture. 4 versus 4. Carl not really seeing anyone, and Began will pick up that SMG kill onto Haney. I'm going to move over to Began now. He really is dominating this A site. All of the Boomslave guys are just hopping in, piling in, putting some pressure onto the bombs. And Distant there onto Mitch, and Tomsky following through on the work of his teammate with a kill onto GK, leaving us in a 3v2. 3v1 even as Tomsky picks up another onto Fanciak, Began replying in kind onto Carl. 2 players left to find. He will have that bomb, which does give him a small advantage considering there's no one around that actual A bomb site, just people covering the 2 crosses. And we'll see if he will meet up with Distant. No, he will not, as he loops back around. Pushing towards B site it looks now, unless he's just going to peek looking for the players, which are doubtfully hiding around. He gets tagged up from Distant, and Distant finishing off with the deagle there to get another round on the board for Ballers. Could this be a comeback?
I can only hope so for their sakes. Now I'm going to follow Rapture out of spawn for the Ballers side. I do believe he's got the SMG in hand, going towards the A-bomb site where they've been really lacking a defence at the moment, but doesn't seem to be managing to connect any nades as yet, but Began will kick us off onto the frag onto Carl. Already Ballers on the back foot in this round. Flashes coming into that A area, and Rapture's got to be alert and aware that this calf push has been working so well for the Boomslave guys. But Distant picks up one, picks up another, switching over to him. Where is he? He's towards that B side with scope in hand, now picking up an SMG. Let's switch back to is it Fanciak? That's it. And Rapture finally getting a kill at the calf area, but now he's got Fanciak, the top fragger, I believe. Actually, no, he's dropped down recently as Ikstrom's really been repping it in A, but 4-on-2 for Boomslave. They've got a mountain to climb of English players. Rapture still holding that cafe area. Distant watching his push, and now the crossfires do generally sink into place, and Fanciak has to get a pick on street to open up either of the bomb sites. Scope in hand and bomb, very much Paradox style here as he goes back towards spawn to try and get a better view of the map and hopefully see a Ballers player out of place. Can he manage to spot any of the guys in A? No, he can't, and they are sitting in rather keen because they do not want to let another round go. So Boomslave definitely have to get moving now as the clock is ticking down. 25 seconds left on the clock. Mitch coming into play here on that A side, comes in, Pomsky picks up the first. Can he get the second? Yes, he can. 4-4. Finally, Ballers sitting back and waiting for the moment to pounce, and they're truly capitalising now on the fact that Boomslave don't seem to be really pushing the sites anymore.
Not really. They got their few rounds onto A and then just stopped pushing, which really hasn't worked out for them these last couple of rounds. I'm going to follow Tomsky going into that A site. I think the Ballers guys have actually twigged that A is the centre of their opponent's attention, and they will do quite a lot to stop anyone getting in there. It's obviously not going to be enough with Mitch getting that opening kill onto Rapture, and I think that was around the A area. Tomsky spotting one in Cafe. Will manage to connect a couple of tags, but no kill onto Ikstrom there as there is someone flanking him. Should peek up and see him sometime around now as Haney's cover really comes good with the kill onto Began. Tomsky pushing his cap area quite hard considering the position he's in right now. Is spotted by the opponents as Distant picks up that kill onto GK with that scope. Scopes really do make a world of difference on this map, and Fanciak through the wall onto Tomsky there. I've got to move on to Fanciak now. Where is this person hiding? Behind this market. The scope carrying the bomb is kind of unusual on this map, but I guess they will want to push it slowly now they've made a little bit of edgeway towards this A bomb site. Scoping in, hoping to see his counterpart on the enemy team, as we are in a 3v3 situation, so not really going either way so far with the play, slowing down incredibly. H team wanting to get that all-important pick, and it looks like Vanciak was stuck on the car there, and the aim of one of the Ballers players really let him down as Haney makes up for that right away with a kill onto Ekstrom there. Haney is having a dream around so far, covering that A site despite his teammate dropping relatively early. Vanciak will come into contact with him sometime. Oh, and Mitch will shut down Haney after Vanciak shut down, and Carl will pick up that last kill onto Mitch, making it 4-5. Ballers have the advantage for the first time, I think.
I do believe so. So I'm going to follow Distant here, but please do note, viewers, to get this scoreline on attack as a team like Boomslave, who I hadn't heard of personally, is incredible. This is truly scaring the life out of Ballers. If I was them, I would be shouting on TS right now. Now, no one's quite died to the nades as yet, as it does seem to be a bit of a B split, and Distant.
Oh!
Hello! There's the knife, and Ballers finally waking up with 2 quick frags coming to the good for them. Now, Boomslave on the back foot with 3 players left alive. GKA, Mitch, and Vanciak with a world of hurt to come into if they work towards this B site, 'cause we do see Haney, eyes trained on the street. But let's flick across to see who has the bomb for Boomslave. It is Mitch, who's lagging his absolute face off, so getting away from him. Let's see what the man of the moment, Vanciak, can do. Scoping hand, trying to find that enemy scope. He does manage to spot an inch of Distant, I believe it is, but doesn't manage to land the frag as Haney will come into play. Drop. Oh, Vanciak! Phenomenal fucking shot there. That was incredible. Taking down Distant, 3 on 4. Can they get another frag? No, they can't. As Rapture will dive round, picking him up with the SMG, and Mitch quick reply with the Deagle, but we are left in a 3 on 2. Boomslave can still do this if they just start working towards a bomb site and get one more frag. Mitch with the bomb in hand, peeking towards B. There's probably Carl Larkin lurking around here. Surely he's been there every round, laying down by the bins. Does dart out, but GKA not helping his teammate out. He does drop his own team player, but GKA now bomb in hand does finally go down to the work of Haney. But that was a little bit too close for Ballers.
It was that opening kill there from Distant onto Began, as they were side by side in that B alley area. I'm going to have to watch Began out of spawn after that one. He backed right up into the enemy's lap and got a knife in the face as a repayment for it, as Distant will open the kills out here with that frag to Ikstram. Rapture there onto Began as well, as I'm going to watch Distant now. He really is playing the game for his team, essentially, with 14 frags to 5 deaths so far. He really is pushing this game towards the opponent, scoping on that area, looking to find his counterpart. Is heavily tagged up by the AK there. I wanted to peek him again just in case he loses his head in repayment. Oh, and Carl there picking up the kill onto Vanciak. That is the opposing scope down. GK getting that kill onto Haney. 4 versus 2 situation. And Distant there diving out onto the window still and picking up that kill onto GK just like he was meant to do. And we're left with Mitch as in a 1v4 situation. I'm going to try and find him now, sat around. Yeah, the opposing players know where he is, and it looks like they will be pushing him. And attempting to get a kill as he picks up the first onto Rapture. He does have the bomb, which is a small advantage for him, but will not help him at all against this kind of prestige of players. He's heavily tagged up, looking to take every route, but peeking around that corner where the opponents know he is sitting. There is someone to his right now. I'm wondering if he will be flanked in a second. Aim of a god there with the kill onto Tomsky. 1 versus 2 with 20 seconds left on the board. Distant missing a key shot there, as we'll see him move towards this A bomb site. Hopefully he'll manage to get across without being picked, but knowing the aim of Distant, I was going to say it doesn't look likely, but actually he's made it across, and it looks like we will see a plant go down, unless any nades will come out in the next couple of seconds. Here's a player around that palms or bins area. A nade lands in his face. What is this? He really is using powers of God right now, where he should be dead, but is still up there, hiding behind that bomb which he has planted, looking for the other players, and Distant, finally finishing things off, and picking up the round for Ballers.
I would have actually felt bad if that guy had won that round, just due to the fact that Distance Nade did actually land right on him. So, I believe this will be the last round for this side, and if Boomslave pick this up, this will be incredible. This is exactly what they need going onto the defensive half after this. So let's see what the scope for their side can do. Vanciak again, scope in hand. Going towards this A-cap push that worked out so well for them before. Spots one in A, surely calling it to his teammate, but no one dropping as of yet to the nades and spam from the Ballers side. And here comes the onslaught onto A. I've got to dive over to one of these SMGs, as Rapture's going to have to hold the fort in A, as the Boomslave onslaught is coming. As he spots one, Began picking up the first kill onto Tomsky, the other SMG, as Fanciak will pick up one for himself onto Haney. Distant finally replying, taking down the counter scope as Rapture picks up one for himself with that SMG onto front A, but he's got two players literally in front of him. Can he manage to go absolutely huge for the Ballers side? As the play slows down as they're trying to get another frag, but he must have spotted him on stat then. No, he doesn't, as Ikstrom flies round and picks up the frag with the SMG. Now Distant, get this shot, my friend, because you need it. You do not want to lose this round. So we do see Distant sees one cross. He's got to call it to his teammate as Began will get that bomb down, but he wants to get this guy on Cap Palm. It'll open up so much of the map as Distant will drop that nade, and hopefully it'll land this time and take down that threat of Began, who looks up finally and spots it, but GKA taking down the scope, and it's all on Carl, I believe, at double palm with AK in hand. Spots one, dives around, spots another towards that garage area. Can he get any of these kills? Because they need it right now as they spots one pushing him, doesn't manage to land the frag, and that's exactly what Boomslave needed. 5-7 on the half.
Such a good half from Boomslave, guys.
Incredible.
Not really shining with their individual player skill in comparison to the Ballers guys, but their teamwork was absolutely, it cannot be faulted after that half. They really did play their hearts out, and they got a decent scoreline from, I think, the weaker side there.
Very much so. As I was saying, even if you're on the back foot as a team, you're not quite known, and Ballers are, picking up rounds like that will truly boost your confidence. So why don't you take us away into the first round of the second half?
I am going to follow Ikstrom, I think, for the Boomslave guys. Moving towards this A site, I think, with 3 of the Boomslave players. I want to get a solid defense up to stop whatever kind of thing that the Ballers guys throw in their way, apart from a nade, apparently, as you see the nade fly in front of Ikstrom with Rapture's opening kill. Tomsky following his teammate in there with a kill onto GK with that SMG. Distant missing a shot onto the bins area there, and I think they managed to pick up a tag on his second shot onto Began. And we are in a 5v2. His nade will come true though as he gets another tag onto that player, and his teammate will finish off his work for him there as we're left with Fanciak in a 1v4. Where are you, Fanciak? Looking around that A area, hoping to find someone on the cross before they can get that bomb onto the site. I speak too soon as the bomb is down, and this will make it even harder for him. 40 seconds to kill 4 Ballers players. He really will have to try, but apparently Rapture's waiting wherever he wants to go, picking up that kill and making it 8-5, 3-round advantage to the Ballers guys here.
Indeed, I'm going to watch this now with a little bit of confidence. Hopefully in their sails they can truly run away with this now. As he does fire off a shot by accident, I can imagine. Actually, no, he's going for that little COD4 shot, and he does manage to land it onto Fanciak. Incredible play from the Ballers boys, truly waking up now as they land 3 frags in quick succession. Now with GK and Mitch left alive, I've got to find out where these boys are hiding. Mitch at double palms here, makes his way into bin, sees the smoke put out. SMG in hand, drops Rapture. A few more to find as there's 2 in that A area and there's 1 just split behind him, but little does he know that B player is there and he's probably going to shut him down. Yes, he is, and Distant coming up strong with that little beagle there, dives out, but GKA standing strong as he does dive out of that top spawn house with the AK in hand. Has to find Carl and Tomsky, the SMG AK combo. Now with bomb down, there is a time limit to what he can do. 34 seconds left on the clock. A little bit of spray coming out. We do see them hiding in each corner they can, just waiting for their moment to pounce. Spots one double palm, doesn't manage to land the frag, does get tagged up though. With half of his life left, does regen, waits for his moment, but there we go. Tomsky pops up, does land the frag. 9-5, Ballers truly stepping up to the plate now.
They're pulling back those rounds from, I think, was it a 4-1 advantage in the Boomslave guys, to now 9-5 in favour of Ballers. They're really showing their prestige. As I'm going to follow Began out of spawn, he seems to be rushing very quickly into this A area. No, none of the Ballers nades really hindering him at all, as he's going to make quite a heavy push onto this CAF area. He's flashed a little bit, and it looks like he has spotted Distant, but has he, as he manages to tag, oh yeah, tag him up. 5v5 still, as he wants to run away and conserve his life so he can do more for his team at the end of the day. Distant tagged up again. That's 2 half healths that Distant managed to take so far. Haney picking up the first kill with a headshot onto Ikstrom, and Began following suit. Opposing team onto Rapture there, holding this A site like a boss, not letting anything get in there. Tomsky flanking GK and managing to take him out from behind now, as I'm going to move over to Tomsky. I think he really is alone around this B side with his teammates, looking to peek and get another kill onto the Boomslave guys, which are quite exposed from the back in their positions at the moment. Cannot manage to see anyone of those. It looks like the bomb from the Ballers will be heading towards this B bomb site, which is just defended by Fanciak with that scope, where Fanciak manages to spot Tomsky, but cannot do anything against the aim of Tomsky there with that AK. 4v2, Began and Mitch will really have to play their little hearts out to pick up this clutch as Began gets the first opening kill, and Tomsky makes Mitch pay for it, as it's now just Began against Distant, Tomsky and Carl. Distant attempting all these no-scopes onto Began, and Tomsky will finish off his work there. Tomsky had an absolute dream of a round there, picking up, I think it was 3 or 4 kills onto the Boomslave guys and getting another round on the board for his team.
And on that note, I'm going to have to follow Tomsky here, as they do seem to be going for that B split. So he's diving out maybe towards Link. No, he's dropping a nade. Now, Ballers have truly adapted here. There's so much on the back foot. But now, they do seem to be against the prediction that we had previously, as Rapture takes us away onto Began. Distant following up with one for himself, but Ekstrom standing tall and taking down the man who just killed his teammate, but is already a 4-on-2, as Tomsky did dive out of that B-Link area just to secure that street. Who do we have left alive? It is Mitch and GKA, who is in that top spawn house. Lovely little shot onto Distant there, dropping the headshot, but now with 3 players to find, can they make this possible? Mitch going absolutely huge. Tomsky and Carl absolutely dropping. I've got to follow this man. Mitch is in that A area. Now he just has to find Haney, the trialist for the Ballers side. Will he crumble under pressure? Mitch with the advantage has got the bomb next to him, so he knows Haney's got to walk into his iron sights soon. So Haney now iron sighting around each corner cautiously, trying to find out where this man is. Can he manage to spot him on that statue area? So he's peeking every corner just to ensure the fact that he's not going to be surprised, but he does have to dart around quickly just to see him on statue. So now Mitch has given away where he was, and a slight bit of the advantage he had there. But can he hold on to it for 20 seconds as the clock ticks down? And Haney's got to get moving. Bomb in hand now. Advantage with him. Can he land the frag? No, he can't. Mitch, what a round. Simply incredible. Now pushing himself up to the top of the scoreboard for the Boomslave side. So well played.
Mitch, where are you? I'm following Mitch out of spawn this time. He really held A to perfection there, killing those 2 players who pushed him heavily, and then managed to get the third onto Haney, which could have meant an extra round on the board for his team, which they really do need at the moment, with 2 opening nade kills going out for Rapture and Ekstrom. Oh, I think that was a nade from the grave there from Ekstrom, and Began not liking his teammate dying one bit, so he will pick up the frag onto Distant. Mitch diving around the corner here will not get any tags onto the SMGs from the Ballers team, who pushed onto that A area, and you see nades going out from Fanciak, and Fanciak again, Tomsky and Rapture in quick succession, getting another round on the board for the Boomslave guys. Could this be the comeback in the opposite way around this time?
I can only hope so, but I'm going to have to follow Distant here, as he is top fragging for the whole of the players. No one is even close to him. He's on 21-9. The guy is absolutely shining here. He's going for a little bit of a cheeky peek onto the opposing scope. Doesn't manage to land the frag. But you do see that all the smokes are truly out on the street, flourishing to try and hide each player. But we do see someone making their way to Calf. Will they be brave enough to peek Distant? No, they aren't. There's a little bit of spam coming out from front A, and we do see Ballers just waiting for that pick. They need it. They now Distant spots him at Calf. Will he be able to hold his own against the SMG player? Surely tucked in just around the corner in this Calf area. Mitch taking us away with the frag onto Tomsky. Boomslave taking the advantage now. Distant has to land this frag in Calf, otherwise he is stuck in a very awkward place. And Fanciak through the wall with a quick reply from his own teammate onto Rapture. And there we go. What a round from Boomslave. Waiting so cautiously and carefully, and then pouncing at the perfect moment. 8 to 10.
Is this the comeback?
What is going on?
I don't know, but I'm going to follow Fanciak out of spawn. He is at the bottom of the team for the Boomslave guys, even though he has been present in most of the clutch situations, doing his job as the scope, covering his teammates to absolute perfection most of the time. And after that shot through the wall, how could I not follow him? As we don't see any of the quick kills go out, and we do with Rapture with the opening SMG frag down to Ekstrom, giving the Balls a slight advantage going into this round, as Mitch replying unkind there into Distant. That is Fanciak's job made quite a lot easier, as the enemy scope is now down. Looks like we're going to see a fast A push from the Ballers guys, with that plant going down. Nice and early. Fanciak picking up the kill onto Carl. Rapture and Tomsky not liking that at all, and will return frags onto Fanciak and Mitch, and Haney finishes it off there, getting the score to 11-8 in favour of the Ballers guys.
Ballers, just slow down a bit. Come on, give Boomslave the chance to bring this back, because I am enjoying it when they are. Let's see what Ekstrom is up to, because he was so good in the other side. Can he truly come and step up to the plate? Now, this is where they need to do it. This is the absolute round where it's needed. Otherwise, it is going to be truly over, as Haney will pick up the first frag onto Began. but Ixtrum does spot one front A. Rapture does pick up the frag though. Now the true advantage is sitting with Ballers as that A push is coming up so strong for them, and now Mitch has to go huge once again with one player already darting over to the A-bomb. Does spot one on Statue, doesn't manage to switch his gun in time. Rapture picks up two in quick succession, and there we go, 12 to 8. I don't see them coming back from this.
Where's Rapture? Rapture with, I think, 3 quick kills in a row there onto that statue area, really dominating the opponent. I'm going to follow him out of spawn now. He does have an SMG at the back of his teammates. Will have to watch out for these nades, which will doubtlessly go out towards the A area. Looks like Tomsky did manage to beat that one, though, even though a car exploded right next to him, as we'll see Rapture. That reg there, and Rapture again onto Ixtrum. Will he manage to pick up the third, which he has seen going towards that A-bomb site? Peeks out, he knows where the opponent is. He is spotted by Fanciak, though, which will give him a little bit of a disadvantage. Tomsky with the nade kill to Mitch, who was hiding behind that bomb site. Tomsky and Haney there really supporting Rapture as Rapture spots the opponent through the smoke and will pick up the kill to Fanciak, giving the win here to the Ballers, guys, despite a very, very well played map by the Boomslave players. And Ballers will move into the second round. So we will see.
Completely died.
Oh. So we will see the Ballers guys go into the next round, and it looks like I think we will be following